Welcome to Mr. Michael's ELA classroom. What are we going to learn today?
Okay, so today we are going to introduce newspaper articles, and then we're going to look at an example of a newspaper article, like a writing exemplar that we can use to write our own newspaper articles. Okay, so introducing a news article. A news article reports factual information. Let's look at that word again. Factual, which means real, not fake, about a current event. It should answer who, what, where, when, why, and how about the event, i.e., a newsworthy occurrence. So, what we should take from this is a good newspaper article should answer all the questions and should be factual. That's not to say we can't make a fake news article for fun, but again, if we call it news, it should be real. Okay, so news articles are useful for telling people important information about something that has just happened, like this, and like this. So these are all newspaper articles, or news articles. So let's look at our writing exemplar now. So, flood damages library. So the Pine Street Library in Cooper City suffered major flood damage last week after the Green River overflowed. The story room and most of the children's book were badly damaged. For 3 days, heavy rains fell across the city. On the third day, April 16, the banks of the Green River could no longer hold the water, and water from the river flooded downtown Cooper City. Water flowed into many buildings, including the lower level of the Pine Street Library, where the children's books are shelved. So we remember we have to answer the W questions, so let's answer the ones we can from this page. And that's what a flood looks like if you're not aware. So what happened? The flood damaged the library. Where did it happen? The Pine Street Library in Cooper City. Why did it happen? Well, heavy rains fell across the city for 3 days. When did it happen? On the third day, April 16. Okay, so let's move on. So Miss Patricia Lane, the head of the library, said that the water was more than 3 feet deep in the story room. According to Miss Lane, hundreds of children's books were completely ruined. The library will be closed until repairs can be made. Anyone who wants to help the Pine Street Library should contact 4th grade teacher Blake Smith. Smith says that his class is planning to have a book drive next month. His class is asking for new or used children's books to replace the ones lost in the flood. So we can answer the 2 remaining questions on this page. Who is trying to help? That's Mr. Blake Smith. And how is he helping? He's planning to have a book drive next month. Okay, so we answered our 5 W's and an H question. Again, they're not going to necessarily be in any kind of order, and we could ask different types of W questions. So let's practice some more. Answer the 5 W questions for the following articles. So who, what, where, when, why, and how. Remember, some articles do not answer all the questions. So, just look over that. I'll give you a couple of minutes, and you're going to have to get your handout done for this week, as some of the questions on the quiz will be using it. One last thing I'd like you to think about is, do you think this newspaper article is real? Why or why not? That's the next Hubs at Home episode for this week. Tomorrow will be social studies. Please get it done.